Hi, this is Ink, and this is software engineering, particularly computer vision. Hopefully it will be okay. I had some problems with some USB. My mouse keeps disconnecting. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, here's some music. Let's see if it's... Why is it not captured? Interesting. Advanced audio properties. Why is it not captured? Should be able to capture. Yet does not display anything. Okay. Now there should be music. Yay. Yeah, so my goal is to fix up this window, fix up the procedure of just calibration. So I could open up my camera. Well, or more like added camera. Yeah, measure the square sizes, input the square sizes, and maybe automate the capturing camera. Likely, or I could just look into if there is OpenCV OpenCam intrinsics. Maybe there's some new methods like without the grid. Let's see. Bix's camera calibration uses these guys. Chessboard corners. There's fine circles grid. And distortion, reprojection. Okay. Okay, then I guess we'll just do good old grid. So we have our application. We have cameras. Manage cameras. We have a single camera. It has a status uncalibrated. Yeah, that is correct. And it should be able to save all the data already. So if we press calibrate, could load from a file. You could load the QR code pattern. Good question. OpenCV calibrate camera. Maybe specific and images. Nope. Good old chessboard then. Can also use circles. I think with the circles would be more complicated. Yeah, the circles will be more complicated. So if you say calibrate, you probably need to disable the QR pattern because it will not be able to work. So let's start from this one. Services, calibration. Camera management window. We have calibrate button. What does it do? Content calibrate. Calibrate command. Make it like this, reduce the size of this one. Action buttons. Yeah, that's a whole window. Yep. Did it break anything? Adding the context of design. Manage cameras. Okay, need to add another window capture. Window capture. Select the window. Camera management. Okay. Now I can see all of the windows, which is good. Okay, it still works good. Calibrate command. But how does it use the QR code? View models, camera management, view model. Edit camera, remove camera, calibrate. Show QR code calibration. Yeah, I don't think that one should be used at all. Okay, so QR item, click remove. Load from file should be okay. So that reduces the complexity a bit. Can you like to hide? I don't need you ever. So checkerboard item, click, show checkerboard calibration, show dialog. That's not even captured. Okay. So it was not even captured. Okay. Implement capture workflow. Calibration path in the window. Ugh. I removed some unused thingies. I'll be just using good old checkerboard pattern just because it's most reliable at the moment and it's just easier to do. Run calibration, no, it's not implemented. Camera racket triangulation. Find chessboard corners. Calibrate camera. Yeah, a lot of this code was just generated, so I need to just check. That's extrinsics. I need intrinsics. Calibrate for images. Oh, it's multi-camera integration example. That's problematic. So it's technically not used. Okay. Let's see the workflow. Okay, so we open up. Of course, it will not work because we just deleted some of the things. Yep. Show QR patterns does not exist. Cameras, manage cameras. This one is not existing. Calibrate. Guess you cannot see the pop-up here. Why is it actually not even being shown at all? Window. Yeah. So press here, say, hey, show on-screen checkerboard pattern. And it shows the checkerboard pattern. And of course it does not work. Good. So we have this window. This window had more stuff which is not working. Oh no, this is the one. So I would say this window we need to press M to enter square size. Okay. Where is my actual ruler? Take the ruler, say measure it. Measure 40. That's 40 millimeters. And press OK. Square size 40 millimeters. And I guess I would also need to, of course it does not work. Position the capture camera in the screen. Probably move the instructions to the left. How is it called? I really hate that it's constantly changing the layout on debug. I don't care. If I need extra windows, I will add extra window. Instructions overlay. It's definitely not in the right location. And for some reason the preview actually does not show it. Yeah, I think I need to move the instructions to the left side so it will not be on top of this grid. And maybe add a button start capture. Press start capture. Camera will start capturing. Move camera around. Keep pointing to the square checkerboard. After the images, right here, include calibration. Something like that. So probably need the button. Button. Start capture. Probably need a label. Was collected. Like maybe around 30, something like that. For the status. Probably a button called show spokes. And button save and exit. Yeah, something like that. Now this one definitely not in the center here. View box. Margin. This does not look okay. None at all. No margins, no padding. Checkerboard canvas. Checkerboard canvas will be generated programmatically. It's probably because the grid is just... Yeah, I think it needs to be different. Column grid.column definitions. Column definition width will be 1. And under 1 column definition width will be 5. I don't need to... Okay. And then this one will be grid dot column will be 1. And this one grid dot column will be 2. Wait, oh, 0. Okay, that's better. So that looks a bit better. Because everything is within the same region, which is okay. Of course, it does change. Actually, no, this does not change the dimensions of the grid. Does it need to be like a stack panel? Maybe. Stack panel. Margin 20. Go with your margins. Press M to set the square. I think it can be just an input field. So in here, and I don't need all of this one. Yep. Text block. Text. Edit. Entry. What? Text box. Background is kind of deleted. Mobile stack panel. With the label. Measure square size. Meters. A bit better. In centimeters. In millimeters. Position your camera to capture the screen. Press start capture and camera will start capturing. Move Okay, I think I can move this whole panel like here. Can? Yeah. Measure, enter, position your camera to capture the screen, press start capture. Of course, will do nothing at the moment. Move camera around and keep pointing to the checkerboard. After 30 images, it will conclude the calibration. Then I do not need to press M. Press escape to exit. Close would be okay. Then run break. And I would say another run, whatever that means. Text show results or show results to see if calibration was successful. Can read me line. Calibration was successful. It should show the captured checker box without restore. Okay. Without distortion. And then save and exit. And break. Run text. Press save and exit. Okay. So that would be the instructions. We actually may need to have some margin. Good, that's a bit better. Margin, nope. 2 pixels of margin so it would be easier to read. Yeah. Okay, I guess it just needs a view model now. And this text needs to be white. Foreground white. Good photos collected, found, checkable. Okay. It is close camera management. Whoa! Nice. Something is bugged out. Okay. What am I doing next? Stuff I'm doing. Does it have a view model? No, it does not. We have camera calibration service. Camera feed item. Camera management view model. View item. Calibration. Checkerboard calibration model. Regular capture class of observable object. Let's always just do this one. Use block. Okay. And probably be as simple as first have the service, private only I camera calibration service. Yeah, simple service. Calibration service. Then probably needs prop full and prop full. Observable property called private string. String. Good image count. Sounds good enough. Yeah. It needs to be partial. Okay, that should be easier to read, I guess. I guess. It's a bit more. Okay, good image count. Where is my view? F. Save cameras, camera calibration service. Yeah, probably need saved camera service. Only camera service. And just constructor. Then with this one, with this. Okay. Wrap everything. With parameter constructor for simplicity. This one is not even needed. Makes it a bit easier to manage. Where's that window? Start capture. command. Start capture command. Relay command. And to be a start capture generate method. Observable property. Save calibration command. Calibration. Another observable property. Private command. Show results. Okay. And another one. Observable property. Private. Float. Square size millimeters. Start capture. Might as well add a logger. Logger. Cannot access this one? Why? Oh, because it's a static. It could not be static, come on. Why? I think I'm not doing this correctly. Very likely. Camera management view model. How do you do the commands? Oh, you just say a relay command. That's simple enough then. Okay. Code generators makes a lot of things way much simpler. Good. Logger, saving calibration. Need private method. Void. Close, set calibration, done, which is close. Start capture. Add the camera. Move camera. Okay, so How do you actually say, hey, which camera we are calibrating? I'm not sure. Good image count. Saved camera service. Get camera, add camera. Saved camera config. Update camera. Associate calibration. Save calibration. Let's update camera. VM, we need also to register in the app. Whatever it is. Services. Maybe add a singleton. Checker power calibration model. Services dot singleton calibration pattern model. Okay. Draw checkerboard. That is definitely not within the right location. Prompt for square size. Yeah, this is not even the right pattern. It even made the dialogue in here. Why? Bye. Transfer square size. This is not relevant at all. Close maybe okay is in here. But this one definitely needs to be in a different view model. Load it on view. Load it. Location. Constants. Let's say this will be public at the moment. Will be VM dot checkerboard. Okay. This is better. Checkerboard canvas. Close the windows. Good. Okay, that's not relevant. Default is check. Observable property. Property checkerboard canvas. Canvas. Draw checkerboard brushes. Use system drawing. Rectangle. Drawing. Is it not the right one? It's a shapes rectangle. Okay, so that's not even the right one. Is it media? Yeah. Okay, so that should be drawing the rectangles. Let's fix up these. Lines. Good. Show results, draw them. Another question would be how to tell what you want to show the checkerboard calibration window. How to tell for which camera. Let's actually do try using the good old chat. Anyone just ask an MVVM pattern how to, I guess, pass parameters between windows like in here. I want to use checkerboard calibration model and pass which camera I'm using. So I click start services there. Yeah, because I don't remember. It was always confusing between like, oh, just creating a new window here, which is, I guess, not particularly good, or having a initializing VM and the window would be initialized by itself. Okay, we have multiple methods apparently. Let's see if I remember any of these. Constructor injection recommended for simple cases. Pass cameras directly to vModel. Then we create a vModel and pass the data window. I do not like that we have a dependence on the window. Yeah, technically that would work, and then I would pass in the services here, but then you beat the purpose of just services themselves. More flexible. Add an initialization method to the view model. Initialize. Okay. I do remember something that you could do a thing like create a view module object. Yeah, create a view model object, and that it creates the window by itself. Initialize with a selected camera. Use dependency injection container. Yeah. we can register the factory. Explore option 3. Also, we will have to use VM or is the other way of initializing the maybe calibration of VM. I just create a factory. It's working so much. Calibration window factory, selected camera. Yeah, probably. Check remote calibration, view model with camera, Windows creates calibration window with model, window show dialog. Now let's see. Yeah, it sounds a bit better with the factory method. Update check about this model constructor. So we have the save camera config. Saved camera config. Camera config. Save static capture. Dot name. To do it's out by the window. I'm going to delete this method. Okay. It's a bit cold. Start capture, yeah. Looks like I'll be pasting this one. There's only one. There was a checkerboard. This is the same thing. Register a factory in DI container. Where is it? An app example. Example. Facades, factories. Show me the factory methods. Apply. Okay. Register a factory for checkerboard calibration model, which takes in saved camera config and calibration view model. Gets the services and provides the camera. And then also does the same for calibration pattern vendor. Cannot convert it. And they cast. Okay. Interesting. Camera management. We model to use the factory. Let's see. You know what? Cancel. Let's actually create a dedicated factory that so we could use interface keep in mind of the structure which is feature based. Yeah, it's better to have like dedicated instead of like already adding more dependencies here. Calibration window factory. Maybe it's a bit more complicated, but I would say probably good. calibration pattern for specified camera. Yeah. And the implementation uses the loggers with the over stuff. So we could actually pass in this the right parameters and use the right view model. Then it removed this one and registered the calibration factory. This is good. Of course, it will try to build, probably fail. Did I ask you to build? No, I did not. It just does it anyways. If selected camera is not equal to calibration in the factory window, show dialog. You could probably even add the interface to the window itself. So we would have no dependencies on the window classes. Change the Serilog. Idiot. It's so keen to doing everything without asking. Like, did I ask doing this? No, I did not. Did I ask updating the information here? I did not. Okay, this one is okay. We can keep this one. Create a summary. I did not ask to create you any summaries. Like, stop doing that. Remove unnecessary usings. Should be okay. Dated some view model tests to have the calibration factory. Okay, that's enough. Updated main view model to also do that. Camera management. Calibration pattern. Oh, look. Interface, define a factory contract, implementation that creates windows with configured view models, updated to accept camera config. Yeah, so now we have selected camera, which is amazing. We select the camera and then you can say, hey, create new window for it. And we'll be working with this one. which is then goes into the factory. In the factory, it plugs in the view model, so the view model knows the context of it. And change, of course, dependencies, which is, I guess, fine. Main view model also change dependencies. Created a new document. Wow. Uses factory and stuff. Can test mocks. Windows transient, use interfaces. We can also move into faces to calibration window. Interface to calibration pattern window. So we would have it line for the, I guess, main window view model with implementation of the magic stuff. Yeah, it's just a bunch of plugging stuff in so it would work. I don't know, you could just do one monolithic application. You could. Yeah. Window or owner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, the Windows interface is really easy to then do tests. Like, oh, if this was shown, just check if the interface was shown. What the hell are you editing? Pum 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 pum. What are you editing so much? It will show. Stop it. Wow. Please stop. docs. I will not anyway. Good. Good. Interface now is testable. No VPF dependencies. Very important. Okay. Closes the window. Fine. My calibration window. Okay. Keep it. Let's see, window factory now returns a abstraction, which is very good. It's an interface, it does not need accessibility. Suppress. And source. Justification pending. Matches. Yeah, it never matches the correct calibration in the factory. Of course, this is also not correct. Match folder structure. Okay, and now it uses the interface. Let me throw no. Beautiful. In the factory, it just creates a model. This can be primary constructor. Yeah, all the modern coding standards. Okay. This one discard changes. We do not need this file. And everything else seems to be okay. Is calling VM to okay? Probably not, but it will suggest at least a fix. Yeah, it violates the NVM separation of concerns. Okay, change the constructor a bit more. Not be changed to primary constructor, not anymore, of course. So now we have slightly better usage. Good job. So we can probably close this one. And the registration is fine. Main view model should also be fine. Remove unnecessary usings. Camera management view model now also uses the factory in very nice manner. Yeah. Show dialog. now does not have a dependency on concrete implementation of a window, which makes testing easier, especially if I were able to get rid of the message box. I don't think I need this one anymore. Okay, this one's still saying I need some implementation modifiers. No, I don't. And we can open the camera capture window and actually finish the implementation here. So hide this one. We keep on continue, whatever. Split it in half. Hide it. Okay. Stretches. Stretches. Mm-hmm. Design. I don't remember how this one does do that. Solution Explorer. Camera management window. I need this to be set. Now the view model is set, so I can actually bind the values. Binding. I forgot what. How do you define it for it? I forgot. I completely forgot. No. Oh, source. Bitmap effect background. And they check about calibration where I create the canvas. What do you add? Children. I don't know. I do need children, I need the size. Which is data context. I'll check the canvas. Then I don't need the references of name. Okay. so that's likely to help. Next thing, get the text block, calibration pattern display. We have the input. Binding, scale size millimeters. But or is it just type? Or can I have a numeric input instead? Entry. Go. Input method. How to input and it. Huh? Preview text input. That is not correct. I think we need the full agent for that. Let's see. Validation station. Knowing the right questions to ask. Yeah, validation should not be in the input. Beautiful. Square size. Sure. Okay, so that should cover the input property over here. Now we also need command buttons. Binding, path capture command, binding, show results command, binding, save calibration command. Save. Text. Value. Content. Binding. Get image count. String format equals F2. 1. Rotate source trigger property. Display as value 30. So. Bum, bum, bum. Good. See, it always just makes everything too complicated. Always. Yeah, and that should be the binding set. Let's see if it even runs. Of course it does not. Unable to resolve service of a time eye camera management facade. Is it not registered? In Abzal. Eye camera management facade. Yeah, it's not registered. Add transient eye camera management facade. Eye network facade. Transient network facade. Why does it have so many facades? Good, good, it's loaded. So now if we go to cameras, manage cameras, we have this one. Press calibrate, press show. It did not crash. Look, it's here, although it did not draw any of the images, any squares. Interesting. Team. 20. That's not correct. Cannot convert back. Yeah, of course. This binding needs to be double-sided. Double-sided. That's camera management window. That's not the right window. Calibration window. Mode two-way. Manage cameras. Calibrate. Nope, still does not draw anything. Why? Yeah, it's still blank. Why did you not draw it? View model. Draw the checkerboard. Second left. Yep, I need to figure out why it does not draw. Hey, hi. Hi. There's no words or thing. Let's actually try again. Slightly different. Cameras show a checkerboard pattern. Nope. Still does not do anything. Why? Why you don't draw? I don't like canvas. Oh, data context, not the canvas itself. Oh, content control or items control needs to be used. Okay, I do remember content control. Okay. Let's see if it helped. Run it, camera show checkerboard pattern, continue. Yeah. Let's go. Don't they have application on the phone just for that? Good. So we have stuff in here. You can define the size of the squares. Wow. Even just running with Canny looks amazing, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, I'm currently testing it with Canny. You obviously cannot see it because I'm just using the camera on the phone. Good, 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 good. Okay, I think that one is okay. Of course, we cannot start capture because there's nothing there. But we can display the results. If you go to manage cameras, it should also be able to. Let's go to the constructor and see if the camera config is okay. Select the camera, calibrate, camera config, sync phone, and we have a link to the video. Good, good. Save and exit, of course, is not implemented, but that's, I think it's a good save point. And discard this one. Let's say calibration window AI and passing camera. So the next objective is what? Next objective is to actually have camera started, displayed. Save calibration. Okay. As I do struggle with the decisions on the design itself, so let's see. Extend the width column 0. So you could see camera preview. Camera preview when it is started and show small item list of captured images, image thumbnails. This should be small and only valid ones should be displayed. Valid ones are the ones which camera calibration service returns the checkerboard points. Good, good. Slowly but surely I will be able to make it. Decisions, design decisions. Let's see. Oh wow, it actually even make it prettier. Good. Press start capture, move camera on the checkerboard. Press escape to close. Camera preview, valid capture, save and exit. Honestly, this is amazing. Having it design the looks is pretty amazing. I did not freaking tell to change the layout of here. And then it just changes the view. Okay, what are you doing? It to add null to visibility converter. Of course it fails. Beautiful. It's amazing how it also understands what's a better readability. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see what did you change. Extended left column with 4 rows. Yeah, but where did you put the canvas? In the back? Okay. Instructions, compact instructions, camera preview, small camera preview, valid capture list, added a bunch of icons, camera preview image, the view model. Okay, added OpenCV extensions, required images, writable bitmap, a preview, valid captures. Has enough images. Implement camera capture loop. Now it's just a placeholder. Yep. This process capture frame. Check to check about found. Okay, I see that is not the correct process capture frame. Should be in camera calibration service, not review. VM is only display and start. The service is for storing captured photos, starting the stream, actual overview of the existing service, and report the new results to the VM. Yeah. And good count image change. Yeah, that is okay, sort of. But yeah, the use of processing in just VM is not good. We have the service for that. The service should manage all the OpenCV implementations, while VM should only just bother by just, oh, look, I see camera image, I display camera image. And I like, oh, I start the service. Yeah, business logic should be in service layer, not the view model. Business. Yeah. If you don't know any of these design patterns, if you don't know any of procedures, what needs to be like, it does not matter what kind of stuff you will ask the AI. It will just give you something which you don't understand. You don't. You just don't. So in this case, it should be moving to camera calibration service. Oh wow, it's doing so much refactoring. Well, it is not fully implemented. And calibration service is also not doing a lot of other thingies. Let's see the base interface for the better thingies. Start capture session. Yeah. Pattern size, maximum images, top capture, search session, process the frame. Detect the checkerbot is valid, sounds good enough. Guess the count of valid captured images in the current session. Yep. Gets all the valid capture frames from the current session. Again, sounds pretty good. Calibrated from images would be nice, but we'll be doing live capture just because the user is likely not to be much tech savvy. Calibrating using frames for current capture session. Yep. Then is the camera calibration, which then could be saved. Frame arguments. One file, one class, please. Continue. I really do not like that it's just by default. Oh, let's just add the same freaking file. No. Thank you. And it never matches the folder structure. Which is dumb. Oh look, it managed to build. Okay, fix the structure. Otherwise, seems to be okay. Yeah, this one, fine. This one moved. Good. Okay. Arguments, okay. This one is okay. Camera calibration service, it did a lot of changes. And the camera calibration just results. I do need to see a bit better on what it's actually changed. Yeah, XAML is not particularly good, easy way to keep track of. So it added null to visibility converter. That's fine. I will undo this one because having it smaller is more beneficial. It moved the checkerboard pattern to the back. Okay, makes sense because it's drawn the next one. Added rows. Maybe. Grid column, grid rows. Oh, it's probably made the column span for this. No. Interesting. This is likely not correct. It loves adding margins everywhere. And I don't get it why. It did even just... Okay. foregrounds, that's just design stuff. Camera preview, which is camera image converter. Change the buttons to have better. Show results only shown when it has enough images. Save the calibration when it has enough images. Good, good. Did not particularly tell that it needs to do that, but I guess it did. And then capture image thumbnails. Yep. Keep. Okay, this seems to be okay. The window seems to be okay. Of course, everything comes to show when I actually run the application. Great. Checkerboard calibration view model. What did you change in here? Probably a lot. VPF extensions. Keep. Media imaging. That's probably displaying the bitmaps. Calibration. Yep. Camera preview. Valid images. SKBs. Hey, I changed that. Subscribe to calibration events. Yep, one calibration frame processed. Update camera preview frame. Yep, that seems to be okay. Add valid frame to camera thumbnails. Yep. Update count. Yep, that's okay. Show results. Calibration service, calibrate from capture session, and you pass in the square size. Yeah. Otherwise, calibration failed now. Show undistorted. Yeah, this one is still to do, which is okay. Save calibration. Calibrate for capture session. Square size millimeters. This is questionable, but we'll see later, because it implies that it's actually calibrating twice instead of saving the result. Start capture. Pattern size. Yep, mix the pattern size. We start capture session. Required images. We say which camera it needs to start. Very good. That can be simplified. Simplify. Keep. On good image count changed, which is on property change handler, which is a new type of thing in .NET. I don't know which one, which makes it a bit easier than just adding up event property changed manually, and that draws me a rectangle. Save. Yeah. There's also a way of like, okay, let's just say the user should print the checkerboard pattern themselves. Then you're implying that the user will have a physical printer or could have access to easily to printer servers. This is very bad practice, because you should not expect of a user to like, oh, now I need to do additional step which involves other devices or going out, instead of like, okay, I run a program, I did the calibration, and I'm done. But no, it's like, oh, I need to print the physical thing, glue the physical thing on actual physical media because the paper needs to be flat. Very, very bad practice. So that's why I'm making this. So you would not need to go print out the thingy because you have the monitor. Monitor is very good thingy. Everyone has a monitor. Okay. What did they do? Camera feed service. Oh, they did not add an interesting one. Let's see. Current pattern size, maximum images, capture frames, capture corners. This could be problematic. That's just later. Frame processed. Event handler. Okay, and we add camera feed service to this one. Key. Okay, this can be a primary constructor though. Use primary constructor. Dude, I changed this. You don't need to do this. Start capture session. Yeah, camera feed service. On frame captured. Amazing. Stop capture session. Yep. Remove the event. On frame captured. Process capture frame. Kinda ugly algorithm. But basically we convert to grayscale. Makes sense. Try to find just checkerboard corners. Yeah, so using the OpenCV method for it. Just increase the size a tiny bit more. We can also give a bit more area. Find the corners found. And it also gives out the corners. Okay, if the corners are found, this looks kind of the best way to invert it. What? Never mind. Okay, if the corners are found and capture frames is less than max images, we define them with corner subpix, which uses some kernels. Draw corners on the frame for visual feedback. Valid frame. Okay. And we can see the capture frames uses the frame, which is good because we do not want to have already drawn indicators that it actually found it. Okay, pattern was found, true. We add the corners, adds the frames. Found, logs it. If we captured enough, we stop the session. Yeah, that is the right algorithm. Next, notify view model with the results. Calibration events, clone the frame. We clone the if it's valid, and we say we found some amount. Yep, pretty damn good. I don't know why it says use this one. collection expression. Why it says, what is this warning? The style rules. Need to suppress this warning. No. Yes. Calibrate from capture session. Oh, then tries to do the calibration for the capture details, I guess. Prepare the object points. Add points, convert mount for calibrated camera. Calibrate the camera matrix. Just does the fancy math, which I used to know what it does fully. It's basically calculates the matrix for the camera, so it could calculate the transformations for it. So it would dewarp the image. Update projection matrix, and that's basically it. Yeah. Okay. Seems to be good. Now the only question is it's going to work. Good question. Is it going to work? Cameras, manage cameras, calibrate, on-screen keyboard. It's 40 millimeters, I think. 40. Should probably turn on the better, right? 40? No, it's not. Well, kinda is. Probably would be good to also see what's it's displaying. Maybe also adjust my table a bit. Okay, let's actually do the testing. I'm just wondering how many frames will actually take. Else. Yeah, it seems to be okay. Let's see, droid cam. This one, enter. Start capture. Well, is it doing anything? Does not seem like it. Is it because I'm touching the screen? press start button and it does nothing. Why? Checkerboard view model. Start capture. Let me hide these windows. And press the button start capture. URL is set. Start capture session with calibration service. Capture session is already in progress. But it didn't start anything. Why? Is it in the... Okay, let's try closing this. Close. Can you just like add the camera? Okay, camera added. So it's technically connected. Go to manage cameras. It's a bit difficult to show when everything is here. Continue, start capture. Connection failed. Okay. Not sure. Start capture session. Start capture session. Oh. Go to implementation. Go to definition. I do probably need to change the shortcuts. Shortcuts. Nope. Shortcuts. Definition. Hey. Go to definition. Control F12. Sign. Go to declaration. Will be F12. Sign. Because I usually go to declaration rather than the definition. Okay, it's capturing. Should be false. Frame captured. Okay, start camera capture does not actually start the capture. Do I need to start as a main view module? Yeah, because you just say, oh, we set the parameters and we say, oh, it's capturing. No, it's not. You assign the event, the frame capture event, but you don't actually start it. Add the camera if not already added. Yeah, now start capture. Then the camera feed already has it. What's a start capture sync? Yeah, makes sense. And of course, is captured then should be later. Let's see if it actually fixes that issue. And we're getting close to the target timeline. Or I may need to get myself a break. I did pizza today. I made such a delicious pizza. Okay. Add camera. Stop capture. Stop capture. This one will after. Okay. Also, do we need to remove camera for calibration? Like in the cleanups. We add the camera, but we also need to remove it because it's a single operation, not two. It's kind of interesting that it just iterates through all the code. Why? Why? Why this change? This is so weird. Camera matrix, distortion coefficients. And of course the cleanup. Weird. Camera calibration session. Made it to the task because it's asynchronous. Camera calibration service. Current camera URL. That sounds okay. Sync task, that's okay. Current camera URL, that's okay. Events, we add the camera, and we only set the capturing flag is true after we start capturing. Okay, this one is okay. We disassemble, stop camera, remove the camera. Seems to be okay. Go to the bottom. Let's see. In the checkerboard, wait, this one still has a single change left. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, here. Undo, that's dumb. You don't need this change. And the calibration remodel. Start capture is asynchronous. Okay. But simplify and wrap. And this is good. Let's try again. Cameras, manage, calibrate, open. Well, does it matter if it's like the squares of 4t? Okay, start capture. Well, it at least started the camera. Does it do anything? No. It does not do anything. Nope, not really. Why not displaying anything? Okay, it did successfully started. Where is my window? Yeah, we have calibration window. The main window is not active. Good. But the calibration window does not actually display what we need to do displaying. Okay then. Stop it. I need to get a bit of... Hi. Good. Camera start, but preview. Oh yeah, the dispatcher. Yeah, Yeah, the dispatcher makes sure that update for the image is done in UI thread. It's very difficult, and it's really important to also use dependency injection for it, because the test, it will make the test, well, a lot of things not testable if you just use the regular dispatcher. Which is why it makes the any application which uses cameras is very annoying. Well, it's still better than Android with like texture frames. Although the situation may have been different now, but it's still not particularly good. Dispatcher service. It starts to look like we're getting to the place where we need another facade for this. Just the amount of frames we actually using. Okay, this one is fine. Also seems to be okay. Okay, let's try again. Cameras, manage cameras. Calibrate on screen. Okay, you can see it. Set the square to the right one. Start capture. And it's still not working. Sad. Oh. Still blank. Also memory. Could be that is not memory leak. It could that just, well, keeping all the frames in RAM. Sure, that's okay. There's only a single camera. This. Everyone's like, oh, I'm eating dinner with my family. I'm eating code. I'm doing the coding. What did you change now? Is our every frame? There's also a thing of like the frame rate for calibration capture should be relatively slow, like 1-2 PS, like half PS to get better quality data, so the user should move camera more in the scene. Yeah, if we're just capturing like 30 frames per second, a second, and we have all of the frames. Is it good? No, because we only have frames for a single point of view, which means the calibration will be not accurate. And it should change the frame rate. There's also a problem disposing with the sync. I do have FPS nice parameter. Also fixed warning. Dispose. But yeah, generally it does not seem that it's actually refreshing correctly. I could like read the logs, you know. Open in the file explorer. Yes, it did something. I have no idea how to do this correctly, so we might as well. Must be synchronous. Okay, try again. Cameras, manage cameras, calibrate. Change it to 40, start capture. Well, it's still blank. And then it dropped frames. Okay, stopped it. Started calibration session. Initializing. Yeah, it still fails. Open with code. It starts a frame capture, but nothing happens. I'll say double check with how it is done in main view model. Because main view model works perfectly with this application, but it seems that anything else it does not. Charge clock. Charge. Does not acknowledge past directed process frame assuming the frame is only managed by the camera feed service. Let me check how frames are handled. The issue with camera calibration service is that we cloning too much. The frame from the event should be used directly for processing, and we should only clone when we need to store it or pass it to the AI thread. Okay. Key differences: overcomplicated clone. No matching view model. Capture the frame. It does a task, there's no value. Disposes cloned above this null. Go to the bottom. Calibrate, let's checkerboard. 40, start capture. Nope, still blank. Okay. So blank was my camera. Let's say screen to many black things. Why is it blank? Yeah, it's just frame processing. We need to capture the frames at the same time. Same rate. Camera preview. Slowly becomes a big mess. Okay, so that reduces this one, but then frame caption process frame. Calibration FPS, start capture. So why it fails to display the preview? On screen, start capture. Still fails. Disconnected, which is good. Maybe gradually, look. Where's the debug screen? Yep. It's still a memory leak. Okay, main window with main view model, displays, camera, preview, just fine. Why then calibration pattern window can't? And it seems that there is still memory leak, likely due to storing bad frames. I don't know, I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to check this. Soft. Not just reuse the component. Duplicate routing, blank preview. Implicit fix. Let's still fail wanted. Nope. Still fails. Still leaks. While the main window should work fine. There's a lot of garbage collection though. Okay, let's change the way we do this, I guess. Use main window open by creating new UI control and just using calibration pattern window. The display should be not limited, but the process should be yes. Yeah, maybe just create another UI element because it just fails. It just fails miserably. Camera preview control. Are you following my layer pattern? Chug. Because now the main view has a camera preview. Also, the calibration view also has camera preview. No camera feed. Dependency properties. I don't know if this is going to work at all. Still way too many changes. Arg. Too many changes. Shouldn't this also have VM? So it just fails to miserably to understand the file structure namespaces. See, it constantly forgets, like, oh, because most of the examples will create new user control, and everyone is just like forgets that, hey, you need to use MVM. Maybe. Perhaps. I'm not sure. Camera. And camera service. Okay, now it's better. Load it and load it. We have a dependency property for camera URL. Camera preview view model. Set camera URL. Frame captured. Dispatch invoke. Very good. To writable bitmap. Inverse boolean to visibility converter. What the hell? Disposing. Okay, this one seems to be fine. Oh, it even was able to manage the outpaths. Not change signature. Primary constructor. Possible. Camera calibration service. What did you change in here? My mouse is dying. It's slowly dying. Or my USB hub. Also could be the case. Mm. Why cannot go to the next changes? Oh, the changes are over here. Preview frame. Okay. Yeah, there's some registrations. Checkerboard calibration remodel. Camera URL. What changed in the preview? Well, it's just a camera preview. Okay, sure. Reload designer. Build. Okay, failed something miserably. Okay, now we have a single control for just camera preview. Looks better. Very likely this is problematic due to the file paths. View model seems to be okay. The way the VM is initialized here is sus. Sus. VMs never dispose. You don't need to dispose VM. You dumbass. And why is it unloaded and unloaded? Set camera URL. Set as the parent. Ah, it's getting way too messy for a freaking preview. I want to focus on the algorithm and just not of like why it does not display. Math. Yay, math. At least one is working better. Hmm. I don't know. Camera preview factory. Let's see. Will it fail? Likely. Because it's just getting way too complicated for everything. Start capture should not be able to start capture because it's locked. Start capture. No camera feed. Copy. And we still have a memory leak. I don't know. I will probably need to like review it better. Pum pum pum. How the hell does it tune the radio? Anyway. Camera feeds. Raw image. Well, is that so difficult to do that? Probably hallucinates a lot of things. Nope, still fails. I don't know. That's something not okay. Something not okay. I think I'm done. Yeah. Uh, calibration, memory leak, no display. The implementation for the calibration seems to be okay, but the preview does not work. It does not, and I don't think yeah, I think I'm done for today. Trying to capture this beast. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Okay, I'll go take a break and